Hey guys, how you doing? This is jpsarrireviews coming to you once again with another live stream, and we are covering San Diego Comic-Con, as you know, all the companies, all the different toy collectible companies. We already cover all the different statues, almost all of them. I think probably one or two are left, but very small companies that really don't have much stuff to showcase. Some stuff that was already showcased before, so I didn't want to do that. But on the other side, on the action figures, there are a lot of companies and a lot of companies doing a lot of stuff. So this morning, earlier today, well, not this morning, around noon, we covered NECA. I'm very surprised with NECA. They have a lot of great stuff. I really like what NECA's doing. But they're not the only game in town. And there are a lot of companies, and we're going to cover all that through the next couple of days, perhaps. Tomorrow, I don't know if we're going to try to cover all tomorrow, if not tomorrow. And then, of course, the next day. Because there are a lot of stuff to talk. But tonight, I want to talk about the companies. I want to talk about Unruly Industries. Unruly, it's a Unruly. I'm sorry, I'm saying it wrong. Unruly Industries. It's a company. It's a designer toy line. It's a new line that was created by Sideshow Collectibles. And they are offering stuff through Sideshow. Some cool stuff, and we're going to cover some of that. Not for everyone, but definitely they have a few items that are pretty cool if you want to collect some things. Definitely it's a good entry point for collectors. And they have some really neat, cool little stuff with some really art design, different variations. We're going to see that in a moment. Now, there's a company called Beast Kingdom. This company is based in Taiwan. It's a Chinese company, but they do offer a lot of, I think, plush dolls, but also they have like little statues and figurines, and they have different things. They have a variety of things, and we're going to cover those. We're going to present those. Now, besides that, we have Hiya Toys. Hiya Toys, it's a company that is also that is actually being distributed by Previews. I think they're based, I'm not so sure if they're based in China or they're based in the US, but they have some connection with China. Their products are good, and some stuff is good, some stuff that they produce and is pretty affordable with the small 6-inch, I think, or smaller action figure. So we're gonna look on all of that. We have a 1,000 Toys. They're based in also, and I think they're based in Japan or China. I don't remember, but they're based in Asia. But they are a company that we know because they have produced. They are designers. They design toys for other companies. The Hellboy through Dark Horse Comics that everybody loved, that was designed by them. The new figure that in the Hellboy line that they just announced. They also designed by them. So they design for other companies. They have designed also for Sideshow for their figures. But they have some stuff that was showcased. We're gonna look into all of that, and of course, Mezco Toys is gonna be the big, pretty much the big name of the night. As usual, they have a lot of stuff, and definitely, I really love what Mezco does. So let's get into it, so that way we can not waste any time doing all of this. And now we're going to go to, and I want to say thank you. I would say thank you to everyone that is watching. I know that right now probably not many people, but I know we're going to get somebody to do it. So let me just type this first. I want to say hello to everyone in the chat, everyone that comes afterwards, and I want to make sure that all the conversation is in the chat as well. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Let's go into the first thing, and I want to start with Unruly Industries, and for that I want to go to this website. Let me go to. They didn't have it on Toy Arc. We'll come back to it, but that was on figures.com. This website also has some coverage on the figures, not as I would say as deep as Toy Arc, but definitely they have some stuff there, and they have a list, kind of clean list. So we're going to Unruly, and let's see. And I think they're adding more stuff. I saw it earlier. Now I'm just not looking at it. I think it's down here, right there. Unruly Industries. This is the new designer toy brand of Sideshow Collectibles. So we're going into that. Pretty cool stuff. They were showcasing this for the first time. And this pieces, we're going to go also look into the Sideshow website where we can look at them and see the prices, and we're gonna get into the pictures. So they have a couple stuff. I've seen some of the stuff that was announced before. They have this Deadpool, And these are, you know, they have different designers, so they have different artists, and every artist brings their own style into this stuff. So that's why they call it the designer series, because it's based on the interpretation of each artist. And they have different styles, kind of like what DC is doing, because DC has a kind of like a designer series right now going on. So it's the same thing. I think the site should just copying that. But as you can see, that Deadpool right there, they have this. You know, this Black Panther. Nice kicks. And all of this is, I think, vinyl. The price, it's okay. I would say it's $135 for this Spider-Man. The same artist, Tracy Tibera. So you can see, this is kind of, I would say, cute. This is, I think, good for younger collectors. This is something that also a lot of people are very happy. Jesse Hernandez is the one that designed this, and they have like Iron Man and the Wolverine. These are like a little bus with, you know, like kind of like a Mexican Aztec theme, which is kind of cool. Not my cup of tea, even though I'm Mexican. I wouldn't just purchase this, but definitely some people might find it very appealing. And as you can see, the Iron Man, I actually like I'm not crazy about this one. But I would say if I had to choose between those two, if somebody tells me you have to choose, I would say this Wolverine. I like this one. The paint scheme is pretty nice. They also had this. This is Mike Putbird Groves. This is some designs. Terror of the Deep. So this is like, you know, these are like small figures. This is like monster stuff. Kind of cool. Has like a little bit of, I don't know, like a Teen Titans, like kind of the new comic book style, something like very comic-y. As you can see, this monster, so they have like these little monsters, kind of cutesy monsters. They have this one, also have like a little bit of Mexican theme, and this is Joe, what's the name, Pulido? Jose Pulido. I would say, I'm going to say it the right way. I'm going to say in Spanish, Jose Pulido. For, you know, my Spanish-speaking friends. Pretty cool. Definitely has a little, it says the Joker Calavera, Batman Calavera. So definitely has like little skull. That's what Calavera means, is skull. So it has a little thing. Not for me, but I think for some people, perhaps. Gone Fishing by T. Wei. I think that's how you pronounce the last name. This is like a Totem something. I don't know what it is. Stairway to Hell. That's what it says right there. I don't know why. I don't see it. The clown. Now, this is something very funny. Fluffy. I was at, the comedian. Gabriel Iglesias. He was actually at the booth and he was signing these figures. They're vinyl. Pretty cool. I like him. He's a good comedian. I like his comedy. So he was there. Again, let me show it to you. So he was signing this, and he's been doing all that stuff with Sideshow lately. He's been like going through, coming out through their, their you know, whatever, the live streams and stuff like that they do, the stuff they do over there. Kind of neat. Trying to make sure that I have everyone here on my chat because it's a bit slow. Okay, I got it. Thank you. All right, and this figure, this is, what's the name? I just forgot. The director, the Mexican director. I see his face. That's the reason why with the Del Toro. That's what it is. I don't know. I'm telling you one thing. I'm really bad with names. And there's more stuff. Cool stuff. I would say I like this one actually. Spare parts, but Ian McDonald, $115. It's kind of cool, I would say. That's a cool one. I like this one. Furball, same Ian McDonald. So this is a line that he's producing. I like his line. I like his art. Then they have these little things. Ghost Rider, one scoops. This is like a, you know, I don't know, ice cream scoops. I don't know who would like to have something like that, but I think some people might get a kick out of it. Interesting. And the Mad Titan Gold Edition, the regular by Joe Delgado. That's an interesting one, $150. Pretty neat. Let me go to the website at Sideshow. Let's see. I want to make sure, double check the material, but I'm sure this is vinyl. Let's just put Unruly Industries. I have it there because I was looking for it earlier. I think all of this is on pre-order. Not necessarily yet out for sale or anything. You can see the standard toy, the fluffy one, Gabriel Iglesias, is $68. I know it's vinyl because I saw the video. The Matte Titan, that should be probably the same material. You can see the pictures. Size is pretty neat. A bit steep for, I would say, it's a PVC vinyl. So, I don't know. I just think it's a bit steep for what it is. But because it's Sideshow, of course, it's going to be a bit more pricey. This one here doesn't look that bad. $100, and they're limited edition, so definitely these are collectible items. So, which I think adds to the price. They're not made in the thousands like others, so you get a number, pretty much a number of authenticity. Oh, look at this one, Bad Brain, right there. So definitely, I think it's an option if you kind of like that kind of stuff. I don't know if there's anything else. Let's see. I think that's it. That's Unruly Industries. This is Sideshow company. And I would say it's not that bad at all. I think they are pretty much doing some really neat stuff. And it's something really worth checking out if you really like any of that. I don't know. If you like it, just let me know. But definitely it's not bad. But I could say one thing about Sideshow is trying new things. And it's always good when companies try new things. And it's not the first time that Sideshow has done action figures. It's not the first time. Actually, Sideshow started years ago with dolls. That's what they did. They were doing action figures and dolls. I remember that. And then they became big and they started doing the statues. They got the license with Marvel because they were doing their own dolls and their own stuff. And then, of course, started making statues and with Marvel. And the rest is history. You know, now they're such a big company. But they're not bad, I would say. At least what they're trying to do with that, I would say it's not that bad. Now, let's move on to the next company. I have a company called Beast Kingdom. Like, again, this company is based in China, in Taiwan. I think it's Shanghai. I don't remember. It's Taiwan, I think. That's where they're based. But they produce a lot of adults, and we're going to look into all the stuff they do and also some action figures. And little statuettes and figurines and stuff like that. So we're gonna look into all of that. So let's go to Toyark in this case. And in Toyark, we're going to the page where they have the picture, so you can see all the stuff they have. They showcase some stuff that they're creating. And as you can see, let's go into it. They have this Wolverine. This is an exclusive for I think Toys R Us. There's their 10th year anniversary exclusive, I think. With 80 years of Marvel. So they haven't been here a while. Of course, they have been in Asia. I love this one. I think this one comes with a t-shirt or something, with a bag. But I like this one. It would be nice on a t-shirt. I would love to have that. I love t-shirts. So maybe you notice that on my videos, I always have like this kind of t-shirts. That's what I wear all the time. If I'm not working in an office, you know, I don't need to. So I wear t-shirts and shorts. That's all I do. And let me cut that out of the way. I don't know what that was. Okay. As you can see right there, San Diego Comic-Con. Okay. I like it. It's kind of neat. I really don't know the prices much on this, but I'll know. Okay, right there it says $95. Ooh, that's kind of steep for that little thing. Oh, but it has some articulation. Maybe it's just a special. But still, I think it's kind of pricey for what it is. You get this through previews. Beast Kingdom is distributed in the US through previews, through Diamond distributors. So that's one that you can actually order through your local comic book shop. You can go through Big Bad Toy Store. Let me show you a Big Bad Toy Store. Let's go and get Beast Kingdom. Right there. They already have on pre-order some of the Hot Toy stuff. You can see they have all this stuff that we're going to see. They have these tiny little figures, and they all have different numbers. Like they have the Spider-Man Miles Morales. They're like $12.99. They're not expensive at all. These are great for like little toys. This is the one, a special edition for previews exclusive. This is the one with the regular. It's like the one where you're seeing, but he has the yellow and blue outfit. And all of this, a lot of this is exclusive through previews. So you have to order through your, previous magazine, the catalog, or through your local comic book shop. Let me see this one. It's $74.99 for that one. That's kind of neat. It's not bad, actually. They're tiny. This one is $74.99. Let me see what's the dimensions. It's 6 inches, which is, it's not that big. It's a tiny little doll, and it's made of plastic. Previous exclusive, highly articulated, spandex costume. So, I don't know. I feel that the price is too much for what it is. I would say probably in the $50 range will be a much, I would say, more accurate prices. But nowadays, most of the stuff just is that price. But it's not bad if you really come to think of it. Just like a little kind of tiny little collection. These are really great for kids. But I don't know if paying $80 will be, worth that much. I don't know if it's something cool to do it. Let's go back to this. They're tiny for sure. That's the deluxe edition. And I think you can change and that's the cycles we were looking at. But this is the exclusive for that. So it has the kind of like the classic outfit. So it doesn't have the 90s. And you can see there's a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt for Cyclops. I think comes all together. Hopefully they have it in double extra large because that's what I like to wear. But here you go. Kind of cool. I don't know. It's just neat. It's just something neat, like kind of like a toyish thing. You don't want something too complicated. Sometimes you just want something that is kind of fun. And there's a lot of companies nowadays, they produce a lot of fun stuff. They have like the serious stuff, but they also have the little fun stuff. Like we were looking at Sideshow. Now, another things that they produce are action figures and also some bus. And here you have a display with all the stuff they were. And this was at the Diamond Distributors booth. So they were showcasing all of that there. And as you can see right there, they have this tiny little figures. They're not that expensive. They're around $20. I think. I don't know. I think they are. I don't know. Let me double check. I want to make sure. I don't want to lie to you. So let me see. Right here, go to the website. This is actually their website. They have their stuff. Of course, this is in Chinese, but they're overseas, so that you can also order through them. As you can see, they have more stuff over there, but a lot of that stuff they had it, and we're gonna see it in just a moment. They produce a lot of stuff, almost in the same kind of style. This is probably very expensive. I don't see nothing else. Yeah, they have this little figures. They were selling some stuff also through, if I'm not mistaken, through GameStop at some point. Through what's the name? ThinkGeek. But I'm not so sure about that. These are the little figures. These are not the US dollars. So let's go back to this here first. Let me try here. Let's see if we can see some figures there. Right here. The figures, Batman, Superman, Dynamic 8 action. So they're 8 inches. This was $39.99. Ooh, that's also pricey. But there are previews exclusive. They are all exclusive to them. They got this. It's $40 a figure. Previous exclusive. All right, let's go and look back at this. The little bus right there. So they're like $40 each figure. 8 inches. I don't know. They look okay. I would say she's okay. I like her, but I don't like that you can see the hinges and all that stuff. And for $40, this should be like a $20 figure in my opinion. As you can see, this one, it's not bad. I like the portrait on this one. I like all the accessories, but I wouldn't say that $50 would be a great price. I think that perhaps maybe $30, $35. That would be more fair because of all the extra accessories. But not $50 in my opinion. And that was what we were looking at Big Bad Toy Store based on what their prices are. This one right here is $40. Let's see what he has. It's just that. It's just 8 inches. It's armor. It's 8 inches made of plastic and die cast. Oh, okay. So he has some die cast materials. Maybe that's why it's just more expensive. It has 30 points of articulation, which is not bad. And he has a lot of things. The bonus thing is the bonus grapple gun. That's for the previous exclusive. So yeah, you can order through somebody else, but exclusive is they have some extra, add-ons. I just feel that it's too expensive for what it is. Now this is the one we look with I think the Batman face. You see this bus. These are also a bit pricey when I was looking at that. Those are probably around $50. They're $40 for the figures, and I would say I'll give it, perhaps because all the die-cast metals, well, die-cut stuff. I don't know if there is any showcase of the bus right there. No, those are action figures. I don't know. All right, there's $60 for the, no, that's the previous stuff. Let's go back to it. I don't want to confuse anyone with this. So let's go to this. Probably the prices are there. We'll see. Now this is Superman. It looks okay. It has the, you know, the little part, you know, the cape is real fabric, which is good and bad. The paint job is very shiny, but not perfect. I can see some of the blue running into through the gold, so that's not good. This bus, it's okay. I've seen the concept before many times without mini bus through DC. I prefer to get it through DC. Not crazy about the face on this one. This one definitely I don't like the face. I just don't like the one for this bus for the Justice League. And this bus are very tiny. They're small. And they all have some diorama sets. So they got some good stuff. I wouldn't say that everything they have is bad. It's just, I wouldn't say that it's just like all that, you know. It's just, this is the stuff that we're looking at in just a moment through the page. These little figures, they're kind of cool, a lot of them. And I think that's something that most people know them for. And as you can see, they had the little Ronin right there. Black Widow, I like the Star-Lord. Those are kind of cutesy, very cutesy. I like that War Machine, well, no, War Machine, the Hulkbuster. And the Cap, so they have all this. Very neat. Love all the style here. Those are not bad. Big Bad Toy Store. Let's see how much are those. They're like $64.99 for that Ultron Thor. $79 for the Homecoming Spider-Man. So price-wise, you know, they can be up there. $54, so they're around $50, $60. Ooh, wow. This we're gonna look in this moment. Right, they're $89 for the Carol Danvers just because it's Carol. It's just popular. That's too much money in my opinion. So let's see. We can see more. So they are not cheap. I'm not so sure about it now. Thor Ragnarok at $109 in stock. Ooh, $74 for Deadpool. Ooh, now I'm just doubting this. Now I'm doubting the prices because that definitely I don't think is worth that much. Let's move on. So they got some new stuff. They were showcasing, of course, Gambit. It's unpainted, but they were showcasing. So they're showcasing now. They were doing a lot of stuff with the Avengers. Now they're doing a lot of X-Men. X-Men has been pretty much popular again because, of course, the rights now went back to Disney or Marvel, the movie rights. So, of course, they're going to showcase it. And you have this Deadpool right here. Egg Attack Action. That's what they call. Probably because they have egg heads or something. That's pretty cool. This is pending approval. This variation of Deadpool. Very neat. And you can see pretty much this is the work in progress, the prototype of Venom, which seems to be larger. I like the Storm back there. Right there, you can see the eyes. You can see Spider-Man. That's kind of neat. Definitely there. So they're like around, it depends on the price. Now they have these figurines, and I wouldn't say I'm crazy about these figurines. To me, they don't have the likeness. They're very tiny. But, you know, for some people, might be like little items to collect, maybe for your office, for your desk. They might work there very good. But they're not like I would say the greatest. But they're very tiny, so they have a lot of different. Even of those, the big ones, they have the tiny little versions. And those. Let's see, we can look it up here better. So we're doing Beast Kingdom diorama. Let's see if something comes up. Okay, man, I'm just mispronouncing things. Diorama. They only have the diorama stuff that they have used before for Disney. which is a very popular. Right there, you have one for Infinity War, $27.99. They got $34.99 for Iron Man. So those are actually the prices that they have for those little dioramas for them. I like the Disney stuff. That's one of the reasons why I like this company. Some of the Disney stuff is pretty good, as you can see right here. I like the little tiny little things for Disney. Some of this stuff, if you go through the Disney store, through them, it's very expensive. But it's not a bad option. They have the Dynamic 8 action heroes. Also stuff from Disney. So definitely this is good stuff. Like if you have a daughter and you want to give her like a little, you know, some mementos and stuff like that. Definitely this is something that you can. This is the one I was looking at right now with the price was a bit ridiculous in my opinion. Let's see, we can go back to that. I'm going to put this Kingdom Toys R Us. Man. Kingdom. And Toys R Us. No, Toys R Us. What I'm thinking? Toy Story. Oh my God. Sorry, let me just get back into it. The dyslexia is kicking in. Toy Story. Right there. They're $54 for those, which is not bad. But this is the one I was looking at. $200 for the Mastercraft. This. Just for the pig. What kind of pig is that? $200 pig. It's hand painted. Okay, so definitely it's what, polystone or something. Hand statue. It doesn't really say. Well, so if it's a price, then you're looking at polystone, ceramic or something. He's playing Super Nintendo. You can see even though the colors are different, that's a Super Nintendo controller. Oh well. So that's the end of it. It's kind of cool. I wouldn't say that I will like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. Definitely it's not. But they have some really cool stuff. Now, price point. Some of the prices are a bit steep, you know, for what they are offering. And I wouldn't really stick with that. I wouldn't recommend it per se. But it's just good to know. You know, it's something that, you know, to keep in mind. Now, let's move on to the next company. I want to move to Hiya Toys. Hiya Toys also, it's been distributed by Previews, by Diamond Distributor, so you can order that through your local comic book shop or through the catalog. Definitely, this, you know, they've been through a couple of comic conventions. They're still making a name for themselves. I wouldn't say that they are like up there, like super special as a company. But I definitely like some of the stuff. And definitely it's something worth checking out because sometimes it's good to pay attention to these tiny companies because over time they become, they grow, they become popular. Every company starts small and, you know, they need a place to start. And once they become a bit more popular, of course, then of course they do bigger projects. But it's always good to support these tiny companies when they're starting. So I want to go to again to the website, to Toy Arc, to their section. And in this section, I see this is the display they have at the Previews. They had a lot of DC stuff. They were showcasing a lot of stuff on the very small, you know, scale. What is it, like 4 inches or something like that? 6 inches. They're very tiny. This is, you have DC stuff, that they have Injustice stuff, and also this is another company at 1000 Toys. We're going to look in just a moment, but look at the pictures. Let me show you. This is their DC stuff that we're showcasing. Very small figures. And of course, I like this. Actually, this is based on in the game, and I like the portrait. Being a tiny figure, even though it's a tiny figure, you can see a lot of detail as well. The sculpt is well done, and the paint job is clean. Then you got Supergirl right there. These are not expensive at all. You're looking at probably $20 perhaps. We're gonna look that in the price in a moment. So if you're like the smallest scale figures, definitely this is for you. Not bad at all. They have nice articulation. The Joker in the game, the Flash. Very neat. I like the little detail for being so tiny. Definitely they have very good detail. The paint job is not bad. Of course, this might be prototypes, but still they're well taken care of. Flash, Black Canary, the anti-flash or whatever. Not crazy about this design for him. Never been crazy about it. It's just the game. It's just the version of the game. Green Lantern has some extra parts, constructs in the back. That doesn't look bad. You know, you have Aquaman all the way in the back. They're not bad at all. Let me go to Big Bad Toy Store. Let me put, just input Hiya Toys and see what they got. Okay, $20 for the Injustice in pre-order. The stuff they were seeing there. A lot of stuff. This is the stuff that we saw there, $20. So it's $20 for figures. I think that's affordable price. Red Hood, they have it in stock. That was showcased last year. Pretty nice. $20 as well. So they're adding more characters to the roster. And this is the stuff they have been doing for years. Well, not for years, for a couple of years since they've been working on this. Predator stuff. Also for that price. You got the Swamp Thing for $20. So it's not bad. You can find them there. The Injustice Harley, $20. So, these are reasonable prices. There's not like, like $30 or something like that, like everybody else charges. They are reasonable prices. This is a Harley right here. She's okay. I don't like her. The sculpt in her face needs some work. This is the prices right there, or yeah, they have the same prices. Now this is the other display that we're also showcasing stuff. They have the Predator stuff. They've been doing a lot of Predator stuff. That's one of the reasons why they caught my attention last year, because we're doing a lot of Predator stuff alongside, of course, NECA. I wouldn't say they're not as good as NECA. They're smaller, of course. They're not in their same scale, but they are pretty nice. They're tiny, more like the old canners, and they have different variations, and they have the vehicles. That's one of the reasons why I was so surprised last year when they have the vehicles, like this one right here. Let me see, which is very expensive. It's in stock, Alien 118, because that's the 118 scale, the armored personal carrier vehicle. This, to me, that's one of the reasons that really caught my eye. Very nice display. They had it. You can display that with if you make a diorama. Definitely this is something. You have movable parts, and they have a lot of detailing inside and out. And that's one of the reasons why I was caught. Pretty much, they caught my attention because of that little thing. Very nice and detailed cockpit. You can see even the screens. I think it has some light up features, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, that's features LED and electronic components. So definitely that's why. And their figures are on the 1/18 scale. So definitely not bad if you want to collect them. And they have, I think, a larger scale pieces right here, because they have the different sizes. And I'll show you their webpage. This is their webpage, Hiya Toys. You see all the different figures, collecting toys. They got the products, Alien Colonial Marines, Covenant. They have all the stuff they produce. Let me see if I can get into it, so I get more details. They're 180, so they're 4 inches tall. So they're 4 inches figures, so they're small. And the Injustice figures are also 4 inches tall. So they're on the same size, which is really, I would say, kind of small if you come to think of it. But if you're into the tiny little ones, definitely that's something worth looking at, as you can see right there. Let me go double check, but I'm sure they are the same size. They're 4 inches. The page is a bit slow. Maybe it's because I have too many screens going on. Just waiting until right there. Yeah, 4 inches. So everything is in the 4 inches scale. Let me just close this window. I don't need it anymore. So they're 4 inches. So they're small, but definitely for being that small, love the detail, and the paint job is done well. And for $20, definitely, I think it's fair price. You know, I would say the best price will be like if things cost $1, but nowadays nothing costs $1. But they showcase this prototype, of course, from Robin, like this version of Robin, and they also showcase the version of RoboCop. So they're gonna start doing stuff for RoboCop. Pretty neat stuff for the 4-inch. 4 inches are great figures if you want to, you know, showcase with a lot of things and make dioramas. Definitely, they're not bad at all. So this company, definitely, it's doing their stuff. I wouldn't say that they are like up there yet, where you can say that the quality is like all over. You know, like you can say this is the thing. You know, they're not NECA or even McFarlane Toys or anything like that. But definitely, they're making strides and they're doing their work. They're doing their homework, trying to get this stuff done and produce quality stuff. And I think a company that is willing to makes that commitment to create little things and add things and start growing their lines, I think they can get far. So definitely Hiya Toys it's on my list. Now the next company is 1000 Toys. They're, I think, based in Japan or China. I'll find out now, because I know they're in Asia. They are designer toys. They design a lot of prototypes for a lot of things. They do a lot of stuff for you know, they have done stuff for Sideshow. I know that. They have done stuff for Gentle Giant. When Gentle Giant was separate from Diamond Select, they have done stuff for many different companies. They do stuff for right now for Dark Horse. But definitely they also have their own stuff. And here you can see, let me take you to this page. Let's look it up first. Let's go to, let me get out of this and go through this mess that they have going on here with so much stuff to all this article. So let's look for 1000 Toys. They do have a mess up in this page. Right there, 1000 Toys, Devil May Cry. They have in this case 1/12 scale figures. Also, they were showcasing at the previous booth. So this is through previews, through Diamond. And it was right next to the one we just saw, the Hiya Toys. This picture is not that great. But they have this really nice figures that we're showcasing right there. I love the detail on this one. Definitely good. Let me see one thing here. Let me try to remember what is that we're showcasing. This is from Fallout. Yes. Okay. Forgot the name. I was confused. So this is from Fallout, which is neat. Love the detail. This is 1/12, so it's the same size of Mezco Toys. And I love that Master Chief right there. Love the colors. Look pretty neat. Love the style here. Very neat. Definitely very good. Now, there's another angle. Really looking forward to the game next year. And they have the Devil May Cry figures. They have, have clothes and all that stuff. They're really neat little figures. I love the detail. They look pretty neat. I love the pose. I love the sculpts. I think that the sculpts are better in this case than... Look at this one. Love that. They are extremely neat. Love that. Love this angle. I think the sculpt is a lot better than some of the stuff that Mezco does. And we're going to see Mezco in just a moment. But look at that. Love the color. I think we're going back. We're going back in circles. All right. Let me show you. Let me go to their page. This is 1000 Toys page. I think they're in Japan now that I come to see it. And these are the figures they're showcasing over there. Nice pictures they have. These are the figures you were looking at. Extremely cool. Love them here. Of course, these are stock pictures, so they're going to look better. 125. This is completely sold out. It's a Japanese toy, so this is in Japan. Sold out. I'll show you other things they have done. I don't know if they have anything in their list, catalog. That's all they have right now. They really don't have much stuff because, of course, they just do their work for other people. But they also work with Kojima Productions, so they have some stuff, but I don't see anything there. So let me close that. Let me go to Big Bad Toy Store. Let's see if we can get some there. There you can see the prices. They're on pre-order. They're on the crack, $124, which is it's steep, but yeah, it's kind of comparable to some of the Mezco stuff, but definitely not bad. This Hellboy figure, I highly recommend it. It's really, really good. Again, this is through Dark Horse. You can order that through Dark Horse. You can do it through Previews. If you do it through Dark Horse, they throw you some exclusive stuff, but it's from also designed by 1000 Toys. And as you can see, other things they have done. Heavy Industries Synthetic Human, their scale figures. They're selling this actually for you too, so you can actually have your own and make your own figures. So they're actually selling you the body so you can work on it. And they not only have a 1/12 scale, they also have 1/6 scale. So that's something that they showcase at Toy Fair. And they have other figures as you can see right there. But those are the ones. Those are different companies. But definitely, it's not a bad company. It's small, again, through previous. Some of the stuff is still, we need more to see more. But so far, what we have seen, particularly with that Hellboy figure, I think it's they pretty had it. They have it. I think they have the quality. They just need the catalog. They just need to grow their catalog. So now, of course, the next thing we got to do is talk about Mezco. I love Mezco, and I got to point this out. The reason why I love Mezco, I knew about Mezco, but I never cared about Mezco. I got to know Mezco. The thing that really hooked me with Mezco Toys was the Thundercats lineup. The one came out that was Lino. I do have the lineup. I have all the figures still. I love those figures. Too bad they never finish it. And that's something nothing to do with Mezco, but it's something to do with Thundercats. It's always been difficult to keep Thundercat line for some reason. That happens. It's a curse in Thundercats. All the companies that start something with Thundercats, they never make it. It's like they stop and they never finish it. It happens recently with Mattel, with Matty Collector. They couldn't finish it. We have some news that Super 7 is going to bring it back, and they're trying to. But we'll talk about it when we talk about Mattel and Super 7, but definitely it's always been. It happens with statues. Right now, Sideshow's struggling with the franchise as well. They might just let it go. I'm sure about that. A Pop Culture Shock couldn't just finish it. In this case, Heart Hero, the company that no longer exists, years ago had the line, couldn't just keep up with it. It's always the case, and the figures as well. Like Bandai, all of them, they always have this something wrong with that line. That's something really fishy about it. But Mezco Toys has been doing a lot of stuff, and of course, again, they brought a lot of stuff. They didn't bring as much stuff as they have done in previous cons, but definitely they still up there. So let's go and look it up. Let's just check it out. Let's go to the website, ToyArk. That's the one we're using. I wish it was easier to find all this stuff. So let's find a point where we can get the Mezco stuff. This is collectible part 2. I want to go with the different orders. Right there. I think this is the first one. No, this is Mondo. I already showcased that before in one of my videos. Right there. Mezco 1. Collective display. This is the one. All right. This is the display. They start with the Marvel stuff. Pretty neat stuff. Let me show you here. They got the Magneto. This is coming out on winter, so it's coming out, at the end of this year. Very neat. I love even the little display they have in the background of the bended metal and stuff like that, the destruction. This is the 1/12 line, 12 inches. Well, not 12 inches, 12 scale. No, it's not 12 inches, not at all. It's a 12 scale. So as you can see, the portrait looks okay. I don't know. He looks like a little bit constipated. It's not bad. Love the colors though. Definitely love the pose. It's definitely a nice pose. Now, of course, you got, what is it? I forgot. The Inhumans Black Bolt. And I love him. I like all you can see the fur, the detail. This is definitely good. I think this is all a single set. Let me check it out. Let me go to Big Bad Toy Store. So I want to know. Mezco. 180. They got the Ghostbusters set still, the deluxe box set for $300. All of it. $80, $100. $80. So that's at the price. Let's see if they have Black Bolt. They don't have it. Well, that's not. That's the Humans Marvel Black Bolt. That's for Hasbro. All right, Mezco. Probably they had tons of pages. They got the Cable pre-order for $100. I don't know if they have it. They should. Logan in stock. It's pretty neat. Oh well, I don't see that I'm gonna get lucky. I don't want to be stuck in here doing this. But you get the idea. I think that one it's still being showcased. I know it was showcased in Toy Fair, so I'm sure that it's not out for sale yet. That the Magneto right there, the one where you're looking at. I think these are the dolls. We're gonna look at those two in just a moment. I think we just. All right, let's go back. This probably is gonna be around $100 or more because with the whole thing. I do like Black Bolt, and I like him. I forgot his name. I just forgot. I'm forgetting all the things lately. Taking my vitamins. Morbius looks pretty neat. Diamond Select is creating a statue of it, a PVC statue, not bad at all. But I like I think Morbius is becoming very popular lately. It's, the talks that we're going to get to see a movie and all of that. Maybe it's going to be introduced with Blade, with the movie with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We'll see. But definitely, it's kind of good to see him. I was never really crazy about him. But I remember him back in the 90s. Of course, you got Ghost Rider. And this is a pretty neat figure set right here. I think this is was an exclusive for the con. I know that it's, I think, sold out or something. I know a friend of mine was selling something on Facebook group. He was doing like some type of raffle thing with it. I didn't pay too much attention, but pretty neat, I would say. I love it, If you follow my channel very closely throughout the years, I have reviewed Ghost Rider statue by Gentle Giants years ago. But definitely, I like this figure. And he has, of course, the 90s look, with the motorcycle and everything. So definitely, that's the 90s look. And definitely, they did a good job with this one. Mezco does really good with these figures. And this is the one we saw in Big Bad Toy Store. Cable for $100 on pre-order. Not bad. Gambit. This is coming in the summer, it says. I don't know if it's summer of now or summer of next year. But really neat. Love the detail. Love the colors. Pretty good job. Pretty good sculpt. It would be nice, actually. The face had a little bit of smirk. Instead of a serious face, it would be more like him. But it's not the case. But I do like the effects with the car. I think I like this translucent plastic. I think they did a good job with the materials. It looks pretty neat. This Cyclops looks okay. I want to say I'm too crazy about the body. And the way that, in this case, the costume fits with the body. This is coming out in the fall. Now, this is a nice piece. The Moon Knight coming out in the fall. This is definitely very good. Love the detail. Love the clothing. Love the way it fits. Everything. It looks pretty neat. And it's all white. Did a good job. This looks okay. Not bad, though. Iron Fist. I love Iron Fist. Love the color, though. Very nice color. Very nice figure. Captain Marvel. Been very, very popular nowadays with figures. She looks alright. I don't think you can miss it. You can mess them up. Mess those figures of her. There's just a simple pattern, colors and stuff. Another picture. Now they have Hela and they have Thor Ragnarok. They look fine. Actually, I like his portrait. And hers too. Pretty neat. She looks fine. Not bad for a figure, really. Now this one, the Joker Clown Prince of Crime, this one is coming out in the summer, so it's just about to come out. I like this, actually. Let me go back. They only have one picture from afar, but it looks pretty neat. Love the portrait. Love the art style, the little details. Has the cane and all that. Not bad. Too serious. I can see that. It's all right. I actually like the portrait on the figure by Beast Kingdom. I like that portrait more. That portrait should be on this figure. It was better, in my opinion. But this figure is better overall. You know, you can see much better work. Much better paint job as well. Now they have this Aquaman. Doesn't look bad. The pants are okay. More like the classic Aquaman. The face look a bit small and the arms look a bit small. Or short. He looked kind of funny in that position. And of course, you can see that. He's a big villain. How much is him again? Oh man, I see what the problem was. I couldn't just for 100 in a page. Dark Side is $180. What? It's big, but not that big. Unless it's heavy. Let's see. To put sand inside to make it heavier or something? It's made of polystone. Okay, that explains it. Now, a figure made out of polystone with metal components. Oh, I do see now. Magnetic features, light up effects. Okay. Well, that explains more. So this is a heavy piece with metal parts. That's nice. Commissioner Gordon with the light up. The bat light. I like his. Actually, the clothing is very neat. And this is what NECA's trying to do, is trying to kind of get into this line with them. Trying to compete with them, because right now Mezco is pretty much having the market. They have an ample market. They've been doing this for a couple of years now, and they've been doing great with it. Love this. The Catwoman looks good. Love this 1989 Batman. Michael Keaton, he looks great on this outfit. That's a nice piece. They did a good job with that one. Love the body. Great sculpt. Green Lantern, John Stewart. Look good. It would be better if they had like the bearded style. It's coming also in the summer. A lot of stuff is coming out soon, because we're in the summer. Now this is the Batman Sovereign Knight. I'm not crazy about the mouth. It looks funny. But the suit is nice. All black. Very cool suit. They just need to change that. Onyx Edition. So we already saw that one. And then this is what I think where they were showcasing also. Was this at the previous booth? I think so. They're also doing some stuff through previous, through the catalog. So they have this Batman, the classic Cyclops, the more classic Cable from the 90s, from the mid 90s, and I think that's what it was. Yeah, I think that's something that they did through previous, and Green Lantern. So definitely it's not bad on that end. Let's look at something different here. Let's go to the next end, because this is not over. They still showcase more stuff. So this is the first thing we saw. Now let's go to this one. And this is something a lot of people were talking about for a while. The Francetta Conan the Barbarian. And we're going to look at it. Okay, they got Bluto and Popeye. I love these figures. I definitely love this display. Definitely, it would be nice if they sell the whole thing, the whole display. I'm going for it. Look at that. Popeye looks great. Bluto looks great. They look great. These pieces look great. This I like. This is something that to me that was a highlight of the show. Definitely like these figures together. That's a nice setup. Hopefully they sell them together as a pack. You can see some of the paint there is a bit, there's some scuffs in there, but it's just part of the work, and of course. But the figure looks really neat. They did a pretty good job. Love his face. Love the paint job with the teeth and all that. The clothes, everything. They have the Warriors Deluxe box set. It's coming out in the winter. For those who are fans of the film. I was never really too crazy about it, but it's a good, I would say it's an important film to watch. Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th. Very interesting. Look, I love the clothing is pretty good in that scale. They also have Freddy Krueger. Let me fix that. I just hit it. Sorry for that. Freddy Krueger. Even look at the clothing. Looks pretty neat. All bloody and torn and dirty and filthy, grimy. Pennywise. Again, Pennywise super popular. They're doing a lot of Pennywise stuff. Pennywise is so popular right now. And I love this one. Who wouldn't love John Wick? So they showcase that as well. Love the tailoring and the clothing for this tiny little figures. Like I seen a lot of people. I follow a couple of guys that they on Instagram that they do like figure photographs. They do that pretty intensely. They do it intensely, and like some people saying, yeah, you can go with the Hot Toys and do it, but that's expensive. But you can do it with the Mezco Toys. You can buy these figures. You can fix some of this stuff. Put some, fix the paint or get much better paint, and actually you get the same effects when you do the photographs. So a lot of them they just use these figures instead of using them in this case the Hot Toys, which is very smart. Look at this Hellboy. I didn't like the film, but I like him. I like David Harbour, and I think he looked the part. He was good, but the film wasn't good. The film was bad. This coming out in the spring of 2020. Pretty neat piece. Love the detail, the face, everything. The sculpt is pretty neat. It's pretty well done. This is the one people were very excited. This Francetta Conan looks great. This is a good job. This sculpt is amazing. They did a fantastic job with the sculpt. It looks just like, the Conan by Francetta. Just like that. It looks pretty neat. Love it. And the paint job, it matches. It does well. Look at that. Pretty nice figure. This is a great figure. Not only a nice figure, this is a great figure. Wow. Love the detail. Really love the detail. Good job. And this is what they have on that, but that's not the end. I think they had another section here. I saw that. This is the Mezco 5 points. They're like the tiny little figures. They're very tiny, like on the 4-inch scale. Now they got these dolls. Catwoman, Batman Returns. Pennywise, the guy from Saw. Let me see something here. I'm going to Big Bad Toy Store. Let's see if we can see it right there. You can see the prices: $80, $90, $100. It depends. When you pre-order them, they're expensive, more expensive. But when they're in stock, they tend to go down in price. Great little pieces for in display and all that stuff. Hellboy is $80. That's not a bad price. Pre-order for Moon Knight. I like Moon Knight. It looks pretty good. The dolls, $84 for that doll. Diabolic. I like this one in stock. It's $80. I'm looking for the dolls. Mezco Designer Series Mega Scale Talking Pennywise, $89. Living Dead doll, present The Shining, $69. That's in pre-order. I think we're gonna look that in a moment. So I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. So definitely the dolls are gonna be right there up there in price, like in the $80, $90. So definitely is not bad. You like these little things. That's a scary one. It looks funny though. They have these dolls. NECA has some of these dolls, you know, I think larger, like the real size. But those are really up there in the price point. So definitely something that, you know, like if you want to pay $600 for a doll, or you can pay something maybe the 100 something. So definitely I would say just go for the other option. Just give me a second. Let me go back here. I need to look something very quick. All right. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. All right. And the plush dolls. That looks scary. Freddy Krueger. I like this one, the 1966 Batman. This coming out in the fall of 2020. So this is something that they were showcasing for the first time. This is pretty cool. Mega scale figure. Look at that. It looks like, you know, Adam West. Definitely love the face. Definitely nice piece. Chucky right there. Pizza face Chucky. It's available now. Let me see. How much is it? Sorry, I'm trying to do this technically with one hand. Man, I'm just that one, $84.99. Let me see what size is that. Ew, that looks terrible. 15 inches tall, which is pretty good size. Feature 11 points of articulation. I would say you can go with a NECA and pay $500, $600, or you can go for this. You know, it's your choice. $100 difference. It's a $400 saves. I think it's the same thing. It depends on what you're looking for. And they have the Annabelle, Pennywise again. These are the 5 points, little figures, very small figures. Then they have the Warriors. This is coming on the fall of 2020. So it's going to be a long way for this. They've been showcasing this since early this year. They're pretty neat. I love the little detail. Definitely these are prototypes, but definitely they're very good if you like the tiny little figures. Very tiny figures. And they have all this. The ones I like, of course, is the Scooby-Doo in the back. That's in summer 2020. Look at the Scooby-Doo. I like when they saw him earlier. These are great if you have like a die cast, which I have of this case Scooby-Doo. I think this will be perfect to go alongside with the die cast of their minivan, the little van. The little ghost. So they have the series, the 1966 Batman. This is coming in on summer 2020. The Joker. Definitely this is really cute. I don't know if this is a die-cast model or it's plastic parts, but it's all in one thing. So definitely that's great for display. 1966. So this is stuff that we're showcasing. The Penguin. Love that. Definitely there. For being very tiny, they have a lot of great detail. You can see Catwoman looking good. They have Superman. Oh, this is classic Superman. Look at that. Even the face. They did a good job with that one. I can see on the back says pending approval. And you can see Clark Kent from the originals. And Lois Lane. Look at that. Pretty neat. Definitely they're doing great stuff with this. The Addams Family. The Addams. The movie's coming out later this year. This is in spring 2020. I think they're going to pretty much take advantage of that. If you look at the faces, they kind of look like the ones in the movie. So definitely they're trying to cash in on it. But the detail of the animated film that is coming later this year, for the Halloween season. But they're pretty cool. Love the detail for being so small. Pretty good job. Spending approval. Now the Tiffany Bride of the Chucky. This is the Mezco Designer Series coming in winter 2020. There's also, ooh, wow. They also have Deluxe Pennywise, fall 2020. I think around $80 or so. Let me go back and try to see. I think we saw some of that when we were looking at Big Bad Toy Store, BBTS. Right there. Signer Series $89.99, so it's $90. The Nun, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger. The tiny little ones right here, those are minis. Beetlejuice. Oh, wow. Deluxe Batman. Look at the face. And this is the one where I think we'll look in just a moment. Adam West Batman. No, this is a different thing. Batman 1966. This looks pretty neat. I love the interchangeable head. And the different hands and stuff. Catwoman. Those are the plush, the dolls. That Joker looks interesting. He looks like he's a troublemaker for sure. And I think we went back. No, I didn't see this. Catwoman from the DCU. Jason Voorhees. It's available now. These are another dolls. Like Mezco does a lot of dolls. Ooh, this looks menacing. Original Pennywise. Annabelle. Oh, wow. This box of surprises for sure. Look at all that. Oh, well, I think we went back into it. Well, definitely that was something to showcase. Definitely they had a lot of stuff. Mezco definitely did fantastic. And again, for those that are watching, I want to say thank you very much. Thank you for taking time and watching my videos, whether you watching it live now or whether you watch it later on. Of course, they'll record it. So if you want to find out more, thank you for spending the time, and I really appreciate that. Now, definitely with Mezco, there's a lot of stuff as usual. They definitely are a big name now with the action figure world. They do have a lot of stuff to showcase for collectors, and that's always good. And as you can see from all these companies that we saw Unruly, we saw Beast Kingdom, Hiya Toys, 1000 Toys, and now Mezco. Every company produces something. They try to cater to a market. And, Unruly is trying to cater into the more kind of different designer style, more cool looking, different. And that's what Sideshow is trying to do through Unruly Industries. Now, Beast Kingdom, they also have the very kind of stylish, kind of kiddish, and it kind of caters to some people. Hiya Toys has been doing the action figures, but they concentrate on doing action figures right. A very small, the 4-inch action figures. 1000 Toys, they have really nice detail, really nice sculpt. They definitely have really nice figures. And they're small, but they want to grow, and they seem that they're expanding on their franchises. And Mezco Toys, of course, Mezco has been doing, and they stay in consistent with what they're doing. Consistency is important in anything, in any business. And of course, they do it with the 112 and also with their dolls. And hopefully they can continue to grow. I think they had momentum, but they kind of lost some of it I think this year has been a bit slow, I would say. They've been releasing the same thing. It would be nice if by next year they kind of push with something different, perhaps beyond just Marvel or DC. You need to stay relevant, and hopefully they can catch up with something or do something or different franchise that is different. And in my opinion, it would be nice if they finally get to finish the Thundercats line. But I want to tell you, I want to thank you for taking the time, to watch this video, and I appreciate the time. Stay tuned tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to have another video. Probably, I was thinking of doing one in the morning. I might just do one in the morning and then one at midday. and then one at night because I want to finish everything. I've been covering this since last week. It's been a bit extensive and also tiresome, and I don't want you to get you tired with it. But I want to cover all these different companies, all the different collectibles. We have action figures, and I want to cover all. We have Hasbro. We have to cover Mattel. Mattel is bringing Masters of the Universe again, but they have some stuff also for DC collectibles. We have Super 7. They're doing stuff, also. I want to cover what they're trying to do. They plan to bring the Thundercats back. We're going to talk about it when that time comes. But definitely, there's a lot of things. Eagle Moss has little figures. They're doing some stuff. They got the Hasbro with the Transformers. Hasbro has a lot of stuff to cover. Probably going to have to use one video just for them. With Overwatch, Star Wars, Marvel, Legends and stuff. So definitely, and of course, you have a lot of companies like Tamashii Nations, Toynami. Those companies also bring in stuff. Storm Collectibles, which I really like what they're doing. I'm really a fan of Storm Collectibles. So definitely their companies, they're also brought a lot of stuff, and definitely they're worth checking out. So stay tuned tomorrow. I'll have later on, maybe tonight, I'll give you the schedule. Stay tuned in the morning, if not in the afternoon, if not in the evening. You'll have the time. I'll let you know ahead of time. But thank you for taking the time, and God bless, my friends. Have a good evening or a good morning if you're on the other side, or a good afternoon. Depends where you're at in the world. Take care, my friends. I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.